Hey planner friends, welcome back to another video. In this video, I'm going to be basically walking through how I do my budget at the end of the month. It is the last day of February, so it is that time for me to look at my income and see what my expenses are for March and make a budget. So if that's what you're interested in, stick around. So yesterday I made a video about basically this whole budget section, or let's say my budgeting section and how it's divided. And I don't know if I will upload that before this video or afterwards, but in any case, I'll try to remember to leave a link to it below. But this is my budget section in my A6. And so I will just go here to February, and the first thing I do is fill out the rest of my expense tracking. So I will do that off camera, and I will also set up my March pages. By set up, I mean I need to label them and put in all my income and expenses and stuff like this. So I will do that off camera and I'll come back. Just real quick, so what I do is I have a banking app, so I will open my bank, fill this in, and also what I've seen is I will fill in any of these parts here of the actual amounts that I spent. And I will also calculate the difference between what I expected or what I budgeted and how much I actually spent in that category. I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back, and what I've done is I have filled in my expense tracker. It took longer than it should have just because I wasn't keeping up with it during the month, but if I was better with that, then that wouldn't have taken so long. So I went into my bank app, I listed down all my expenses, all the things that were going out, but I also had something that did come in, which was basically some money from my electricity and gas provider from last year. We paid a little bit too much, so we got some money back. Very small, but it's something, and quite necessary because I went over budget with my personal budget, just because I had to buy a present. Well, I was planning to do it this month actually. My cousin is throwing a baby shower, so I knew that my budget would be around 20 euros. And then so when that came in, I decided just to buy it. So yeah, that's that. And all the colors here are basically me trying to sort out from what category that went. This month was a bit weird in that way that I had some expenses popping up. And yeah, I've had to kind of shuffle things around, and normally it's very much straightforward and I don't have to do any color coding, but for this month I did. And so gray is stuff that I'm taking out from my household budget. The fluo yellow is from my personal budget. And I had also work expenses, which I took out, like the copies came out from sinking funds that I had for my work expense, and some other things like my snacks and food for work, which I was just not really good at preparing my food on time to take with me. So sometimes that came out of the grocery and household budget, and sometimes that came out from my personal budget. But just wanted to color code that to make that clear for me, so that I could make the calculations here of what I actually spent within each category and see what the difference is. So as you see here, for my household, I was under budget by 13 cents, but for my personal, I was over budget by 14 euro and 4 cents. However, that gets made up by the amount that I got back from Luminous, which was 21 euro and 16 cents. So I'm still in the green for February. What I also do when I'm going through my bank statements is I also update my sinking funds, because I have a sinking fund for my transport for work. So if I end up buying a new bus ticket or train ticket, I take it out from, I make sure that that's represented in my sinking funds lists. So yeah, that's what I did as well. And now I will set up the March pages and try to fill that in. All right, so I have labeled the pages, and my expense tracker will just remain like this until I start spending for March. But here I put my income. I start with my income, and then the next part is my savings and investments, and then the last part are my expenses or bills. Let me see, how did just expenses. And these are the expenses that I think will come up, or I know that will come up. I start with that. So of course we start with the schools. And then any other income that I know will come in goes under here. I'm going to be performing, so I will put here gigs. I know that in March I have a couple of performances coming up, so I will put that in. Then I have an empty space here for anything else. For savings and investments, there are my four main things. I have my pension saving fund, my investment funds, my sinking funds, which I put in a set amount per month, and then my emergency slash house fund, or should I say down payment for a house saving fund. And then my fixed expenses that I know that will come up is the rent, electricity and gas, which actually will be two. I've got two bills again, which is so very irritating. And I also got two bills last month, unexpectedly, and this is also unexpected. That's just because we moved from one electricity and gas provider to another, and so we've started paying for the one, but we're still getting bills from the other, like of how much we still owe or something like this. And the gas prices are just ridiculous. It's horrible. So I haven't been able to save as much as I would want, but I'm hoping that next month I'm not getting any extra gas or electricity bill. Fingers crossed. I don't know who is struggling with the new gas prices. Leave a comment below. It's just terrible, and I know I'm not even in the worst position. I hope y'all are doing okay, and that wherever you're coming from, that you're getting help from your government. All right, so that's electricity and gas. What I'll do is I will put in, like, this one will be from our new provider, and I'll add another one from my old provider. I'm not expecting a water bill this month. What I also do is I go to my old insert. If you've watched my other video, you'll know that I have this insert of like my yearly expenses. Where is it? Where is it in this one? Bum, bum, bum. Oh, so of course I cannot find it. All right, hold on, I'll be back. All right, so I have this bill tracker from last year where I can also take a look at what bills came up last year on that month, and if there's one of these bills that are, sorry, that's my phone, if there's one of these bills that come up once a year, if it's due. At the moment, no, there are no other particular bills other than the regular bills that come and expenses that come out per month, so I don't have to worry about that, so I can just continue on with this list. So rent, electricity and gas, water is not due this month, internet, oops, my phone bill, and household, and I know, oh no, wait a minute. I do have some bills, other bills, I think. I think I have insurance. That's also something I do. I check in my phone because a lot of my bills come via email. And so I check my emails because if I get a bill, I usually just flag it and pin it on top so that when it's time to do my my monthly budget, my monthly money date with myself, then I can quickly check my email and find it right away. So, right, I do actually have a bill. So weird that it's not. All right, okay. So I do have a bill coming up, and that's from my health insurance. So I'm already just write that in. I'm being really transparent, guys. As you've noticed, I haven't covered up anything, just because. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I don't have. I'm not ashamed of how little or much I'm earning. Um, it is just what it is, and I think and I hope that it will be helpful to someone else out there to see the real numbers. I definitely wanting to work towards increasing my salary because I think it's okay, we're comfortable, but as I mentioned in my other video, we do want to buy a house. We're actively looking. We're kind of almost at the point of buying a house, and it would just be so nice to be able to make those monthly payments to the bank as fast as possible and pay it off as fast as possible. So that's definitely something that we want to do, and a part of that is, you know, these YouTube videos. They're definitely there to help out and to contribute to the community, but it is also something that I want to try and take more seriously, and so it would definitely help if you would you know, give a thumbs up, all that jazz, and spread the video around if you find this useful. So I'm just going to continue filling this in. I've been rambling, and I'll be right back. All right, so I have calculated or tried to budget everything. What I do is I only basically calculate my expenses or do budgeting based on one of my income sources, and which is what I get as a teacher. I treat any other income as extra, which I then throw into my savings account or investment account, whichever one I decide. So this budget to zero amount is based only on this first income section, like yeah, my from my schools. And you may notice that some things are in pen and some things are in pencil. Like for example, in February, I did most of my things in pencil because there was a lot of things that were still unsure. At the beginning of the year, I find that I'm still kind of figuring out what my new budget is for the year because prices have gone up or changed or this or that. So and I'm glad that I did it in pencil because I had set a budget for February, and then I got all sorts of emails and bill changes and everything, and I had to rearrange everything. By March, it starts to be a bit more stable, so I felt like I could put things in more things in pen than in pencil. But I have left my emergency fund and my personal fund in pencil just to see. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure if that's the division I'll make. I have a lot of travel this coming month. I will be going to Amsterdam and The Hague a couple of times. So I need to figure out train tickets and stuff. But I think this will be enough. We'll see. Um, I do have a credit card. The credit card expense is not from debt. It is I stuff that I had to pay using my credit card because there was no other way. But I do have that amount separately to pay it in, so it won't be coming out from my expense, my salary. That's just money that I have aside from last month, which then the bank or my credit card, yeah, the bank will take it out this month. So that's that. And what else? Oh yeah, and then the health insurance bill. That's something that will come out from my sinking funds because I do have a sinking fund for my insurance, health insurance. So that is also something that doesn't get taken out from my monthly income. It gets taken out from the sinking funds. Yeah, part. Sorry. Um, so yeah, that's how I do it. I've found that that's really helpful for me. Sinking funds have really changed my life, but that will come all in another video of the different tools and tricks and stuff that I've used and that have been very helpful in basically making me feel a little bit more financially stable and settled. So that's basically it. I do this and then I do all the transfers to all the saving funds and stuff that it's just out of my account, kind of set it and forget it thing. I pay myself first. I do that and afterwards, yeah, we see. Hopefully at the end of the month it'll I will have more green than red. If that's something you're interested in, that I do my kind of yeah setup of my monthly budget, and then at the end of the month, if you're interested to see how I did, let me know in the comments. Say it, and I will try to make sure to do that again for April. But anyway, it's getting late. I think you've seen the sun uh, moving. I really take my time. I take a day where I'm not working. Usually it's on the weekend, but today is Monday and it's a school holiday, so I could really sit down and take my time and go through all the things. I know that I could probably be more efficient. Maybe have all my my bills and stuff come into one place or something that everything a bit that be a bit more central. But for now, this works, and I am good at remembering which bills will come. I check my emails regularly, so in that way, I don't usually forget anything that comes, any bills that come in the post. I have a special place on my desk where I put it. My income, my incoming or box, or yeah, sorry, it's called an inbox. Sorry, my inbox. I put it there, and so I check there as well for any bills that are due. And then yeah, I just put it all in, and then I know that okay, this is the page that I need to see and go from in March. Anything that comes up, I will add to it and rearrange if necessary, and otherwise it goes into my expense tracker of the month. I hope this has been really helpful. Thank you for watching and sticking with me if you're stuck to the end of this video. I think this is going to be a bit of a longer video, but yeah, this I don't think I could have made this any shorter. This is my process, and I wanted to share that with you, and hopefully that has been insightful and helpful to someone out there. Anyway, thank you very much, and until next time, bye.